Hey everyone, I'm back for another csvCRUD video. The last one that I did I felt was running a little too long, and so I left this part out, so I figured I'd just go ahead and make a separate video and show you how you can integrate StacksAppStacks.com's csvCRUD stack into Total CMS and use it with the data store. So here is the csvCRUD stack on StacksAppStacks.com, and I highly recommend everyone get it because it's just an awesome app or stack. So if I go into my kitchen sink project where I have my csvCRUD from the previous video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just to show you, I have the file over here. Here it is right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is in RapidWeaver, I'm going to come over and just, pretend like this isn't here. Just, close that up. Okay, and then drag in a container and a column, and then I'll do a data store here, and I'm just going to copy and paste that and pretend like these are on different pages, and then I'll do a data store here. Okay, so there are two ways that you could do this. I'm going to show you one way with an existing file, and then I'll show you how you can do it with a brand new file. Okay, so right now, the data store CMS ID is Total CMS. Well, we don't want that. We want to have the data store CMS ID to be the name of the CSV that we're going to use. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that and paste it into here. And then I'm going to go in here and paste that into there. Okay, and just for fun, show the save button, because why not? And then I'm going to come into here. I'm just going to, I'm going to just drag it over into my CMS data folder right there. Okay. Now, right now there isn't a data store folder, and so I'm going to just create one. Data store. Okay. And I'm going to drag my CSV into the data store folder. Okay, so now that I have that and that, I can come over here and I'm going to publish this. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my page online. I'm going to refresh, and you'll see that I have my data store, and this is the admin side. This would be the front-end user side. Okay, and let's see. If I click on the edit button right here, this little edit guy, you can see that I have my information from my CSV already ready to go. I'm going to close that out. So right here we have one field only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 headers. So what I'm going to want to do is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 headers, right? And so each one of these will correspond to the header in your CSV. So when you're doing this, you want to, make sure that you have, I won't do them all, but first name and then last name and so on and so forth. Again, spelling things correctly helps. Okay, and so just and this is just so you know which field is which. Okay, so if I just go ahead and publish this, okay, come back over to my page. So I have first name, last name, on and on. So I'm going to do CHRIS. No, we already done me. Let's see, we'll do Kaylee again. Kaylee Powers. All right, I'm just going to do those two for now. And we'll do this one as well. We'll put Austin, another Texas city. Save. Okay, so it's saved, and now if we come into edit, you'll see that it's created the thing, right? Okay, so how does this work with this up here? Well, if you go back to your server and you right click and say copy URL, and then go back to RapidWeaver. So I'm going to come up here to my container, and I'm going to click on my csvCRUD stack, and I'm going to see how it says /downloads/. We want it to be CMS Datastore, so we can pull up the csvCRUD test. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. I'm going to copy URL just to make things a little easier on me. I'm going to do / just to get that in there, paste. I'm going to get rid of everything after this /. I mean, y'all can do this however you want. This is just how I'm doing it. All right, so now I have CMS data /datastore. Okay, and then it'll pull up this CSV test CRUD, or CRUD test. Okay, let's go check out our site. And there we go. So here is our CSV test. Now, what's cool is now you no longer need this front end user thing. I just did that to show you kind of how it was all working. So you can just get rid of that and just, you know, do a new, or just publish that, and I'll show you how to do a new entry. Okay, so here we are, refresh, that's gone. So I have Chris Creature Cayley. If I edit this guy, you see Chris Creature Cayley, and then I can do add new row in here, and I can do, let's see, Bailey is my dog, Powers, and he is 16. He's an oldie but a goodie. All right, and his favorite color would probably be light gray because they are colorblind, but we'll put red for now, and I'll just put submit. So Bailey's there, and if I click on my little edit thing, Bailey's in the data store as well. So that's pretty cool. And if you want, you can do it backwards, and we'll do my other cat's name. We'll do Dak and Powers, and let's see, we'll do that, and he was actually 19 when he passed away. So there's that, and just to make sure that we have all of our fields, I think that's right. If I hit save, okay, and then if I refresh, there you go, Dak is in there. So that is one way that you can use an existing CSV to get Datastore and the csvCRUD stack to work together. Okay. Also, if you want, you can click this button to download your CSV and work on it offline. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so now, before we had an existing CSV because we used the csvCRUD to create it, right? So I'm going to actually just delete this one and then come up to my library and find csvCRUD, put a brand new one in there, okay, just for fun. And Datastore, just for example purposes, I'm just going to delete it and re-add a Datastore, an admin Datastore. Okay, so we are starting from scratch. Okay, we're not going to have the csvCRUD create the file for us. We are going to have Datastore create the file. Okay, so maybe this one will be something like inventory. Okay, so that is our CSV, the name of it. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. Okay, and then if I go back to my server and I do a little refresh. Oh, I know why. Okay. Okay, so if I go to my server now and I refresh, nothing happens, right? My new file or my file is not going to be there. Why is that? Well, because you need to actually create the file, save it initially through the data store, the front user side. Okay, so I will put a data store on here, and just because I am the way I am, I'm going to make it a little more appealing. Okay, so I have a front end data store, and I need to give this one inventory, the same CMS ID as the other one. And then I'm going to have on here, I guess, item, and then just for sake of ease, yeah, there we go, sake of ease, I'm going to do item, and then I'll do price, and then I'll do quantity. How much do I have in stock? Okay, so now I'm going to publish this. Okay, so I had to do a quick edit there. So one little thing I found was if you have the csvCRUD stack on the page without anything in it, like any setting set, it'll break the page. I think in csvCRUD, no, I'm in the wrong thing. So if I do csvCRUD, put that on here and refresh, see how it gives this fatal uncaught thing. So I don't know what our CSV file, I know where it's going to be, but I'm trying to just show y'all, some simple steps. So I'm just going to delete this off the page for now, pretend like it never existed, and then, just publish the page. Okay, so pretending like we didn't have the csvCRUD on the page initially, we just have a data store, because I guess in all reality, maybe the data store and the csvCRUD wouldn't be on the same page. It depends on your setup. I have no idea. Right now, they're all on the same page for me, so just bear with me, please. If I refresh the page, and obviously I already did, it's working, okay? And if I click on the little edit guy, nothing shows up. So with data store, the very first time that you save something, you have to give it the headers, okay? So in this case, it would be price, item, and quantity. And then from there, you'll be able to add your items. Quantity. Okay. So I'm going to try Command S and see what happens. It's so weird. I don't understand why that is. All right. I will give it what it wants and throw the save button on there. Oh. Well, first of all, I put that in the wrong spot. That's not the issue, though. Here, I'll prove it right now. I'm not wrong, you're wrong. Okay, come back over here, refresh the page. Yes, reload. All right, so just to make sure nothing's in there. Okay, so I'm going to do price, item, and quantity. And Command S, Command S, Command S. Nada. Just doesn't want to play nice. Okay, so I'll come back over here, show save button, give it what it wants. Okay, so we've published. Come back one more time. All right. We'll go price, item, and quantity. And save. Okay, so it saved it. I know you don't get the little check marks or anything, but it does save. And you can click on this edit button. There it is. Okay, price, item, and quantity. So those are your headers. Okay, so now that we have that, we can come over here, and if we refresh, we now have our inventory CSV. Okay, so now what you can do is go back to RapidWeaver, and now you can take your csvCRUD stack, do the folder path. We're going to do /CMS-Datastore/, very important, and then we're going to do inventory.csv. Okay, so we have that, and then I'm not going to do any extra fun. I'll turn on show cell borders just because on my previous video I didn't do that, just to show you how pretty they are. And I will do a publish. Okay, so we're all published now. Come back over to my page, refresh, and there we go. So here we have price, item, and quantity. I'm going to do add a new row. I'm going to do $29.95. Item will be widget, because why not? And I have 500 of them. Hit submit, and there we go. Price, item, quantity. If I click on my data store icon, price, item, quantity. And yeah, so now if you wanted to on another page or wherever, you can throw that into a feed stack and make it look like a store item. You know, you could have here you could actually do where you have quantity and then you have maybe, I don't know, a URL to the item, like a product page or something. And then if they clicked on this in feeds, it would, you know, pull that URL and you can go to that specific product page. So I mean, there's a ton of things you can do with this. This is just one silly, simple example. So anyway, okay, yep, that is another one for the csvCRUD stack. Hooking that up into Total CMS and the data store, and then, you know, with the possibility of the feed stack. So you got quite a powerful little thing you can do here, or play with here. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good one. I will see y'all at the Hangouts.